Hey everybody, welcome back to Second Wind Homestead. This is Mariah, and thought we'd start out in the front yard today for our garden tour for the week. I'm up here with the wicking tubs. This basil is getting phenomenal. The poblano is still doing alright, but if you'll notice, there are a lot of spots now that look like a worm has gotten it, a caterpillar. And I have come out with the black light at night and checked and have not found a worm. But I did notice when Audrey and I were looking the other day, I don't know if I'll find it now, the rain must have washed it off. There was a bunch of frass, which caterpillar poop is called frass, by the way. There was a bunch on the basil, but I never could find the caterpillar that did it, so I don't know. But it's still hanging in there. I do have that one pepper on it at the moment. These jalapenos are doing well. They're loaded up with some more fruit now. Ginger is doing great. Oh, sounds like the neighbors are mowing. This ginger's doing well too. I still need to come in and weed. The Nanking cherry with that big, huge marigold behind it. And the zinnias. Watermelon is still doing excellent. It is all over the place. My favorite zinnia right there. Still have those two watermelons on the vine. The one right up there and this one here still doing well. The mystery squash that we had in the bucket here that let me see, this bucket's, we moved the bucket out. The squash vine borers found it. Decimated it. Within like a day it went from great to nothing, so it bit the dust. Rock bed, it's doing well, like I said, hanging in there. The thyme is spreading out, which is great. The blueberries, the basil, they're all doing well right here. The Fuyu persimmon, still hanging in there, even though there's a little bit of Japanese beetle damage. But we have two fruits left on it. One's up there, and the other one, it's down on that lowest branch hanging. But I do have the tree itself put out some new growth this week, so it's still hanging in there. Not too much along this trellis right now. Got the Japanese eggplant, which are struggling a little bit. My lime's doing all right. The heat this week has been incredible, guys. I moved to the backyard, guys. Try and give us a break from the lawnmower across the street. Our cucumbers back here are looking so sad, so sad. Lost a couple of them. I believe the squash vine borers have found these now too. I had found a couple spots on the vines where it looks like they got them. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see real well on there, but they wiped out most of my cucumbers too. So they'll probably be getting ripped out soon. The little okra in the middle, they're starting to look like they're doing well. Little basil over there is still towering over them, but they are starting to, these are the baby Bubba hybrid. They're starting to look good. So maybe it's just time for the okra to have the bed. Zippers, still doing really well. We're coming out every day and picking. I have over a full quart bag now in the freezer, shelled. Oh look, we got a little lizard. Oh, little lizard on the green stalk. Isn't he cute? Little baby lizard. Green stalk with strawberries, still hanging in there. I still haven't had any time to come deal with it, but it'll hang in there until I'm ready. Aquaponics, still have not gotten any of this. The celery is really ragged. I don't know that I'll be able to salvage any of that, but I'm not real worried about it. It's right now it's just filtration for the fish, so it'll be okay. The tower that we added on, the ginger's doing all right. We got two stalks up, and there's a third starting. Kind of hard to see. Green onions are hanging in there. The basil, this one's finally starting to get a little bit bigger. Probably once I pull the celery out, there'll be more nutrients for the other stuff. Peppers up top. They're doing all right. We got a couple of ripe snacking peppers I need to go get. Oh, there's a weed I'll have to get later. That pepper's starting to ripen. This plant's looking a little sad, but it's all right. Squash over here on the side yard. Still hanging in there. That one I think got hit again, but it's still trying to hold on. This climbing one, the one that's meandering its way, it's still hanging in there. It's coming all the way down over here. We're just letting it do its thing. And the one on this end, same thing. Looks a little yellow and rough towards the beginning, but it's putting down some roots down into that dirt. And I did notice we have a little female bloom there. I do not know if it got pollinated, but the other one did not. It fell off, but we'll see if this one did. Moving up, our sugar baby watermelon is doing excellent. And look, we have one sugar baby, and there's another one back in the vines. They're kind of hard to see. And then there's at least, I think, one up in the tire that's trying, if not two. Oh, there's a second one. So it's starting to do really well. I believe that's a birdhouse gourd coming out of the side of the tire and trailing down. It is almost all the way to my fence over here now. The new squash we transplanted in so far looks good. This pumpkin that got hit, I think I'm gonna have to come in and trim out a couple of those vines. But this branch of the vine is still looking really good. So as soon as I can get it, I may make a mound of dirt right there, high enough I can go ahead and put it down so it can start putting out some more roots. So if the borers come back, it won't get hit too bad again, hopefully. These ones in here are sure trying to hang on, as are those. They're not looking wonderful, but they're trying. This one I think is another birdhouse gourd, and it is out and across. The other one that was in there with it is gone, and these look pretty much shot. My rose is fabulous though. I'll have to, when this thing blooms again, guys, I'll have to get pictures. It is beautiful. Our fig tree, we've pretty much picked everything that was on the fig tree. I've got 2 quart bags, I think, in the freezer. Okra's doing well. It's getting tall. We've gotten a couple okra off of it, and they're starting to put on some more pods. The other on our trellis here, the loofahs are still all the way up over, down most of this trellis. I haven't seen a female bloom yet, but hopefully soon. Loofahs take a long time, it seems to me anyway, to put out some female blooms, but once they do, it seems to rock and roll from there. But the tomatoes doing all right. It looks like I need to come out and check that one tonight for a caterpillar. Not see anything right off, but there's several leaves that look like caterpillars been at them. The other one's got, there's a couple tomatoes down on that one. My hose is leaking. Santa Claus melon. He got hit some, and some of him died back, but he's still trying. He's got one branch coming out over to the trellis over here. So I don't know if he'll make it or not, but eggplants are hanging in there. There's lots of flea beetle damage at this point, but we still got, I think I've still got the purple eggplant over there and one of the white ones. Purple Hull pink eyes are doing awesome. We've been picking them like we've been picking the zippers, fairly steadily. Lemon balm is finally exploding. I have to need to harvest some of that and get it dried for some tea. Same with my mints and my stevia here. The girls like to do like some herbal tea before bed, and I don't really want to go ahead and put sugar in it, so I usually either do a little bit of honey or a little pinch of stevia, and they don't know the difference. These beans, they're pretty much, I haven't gotten anything like all week off of them, so they're probably due to be ripped out and traded. This is what the heat's doing. We watered. Look at this poor tomato. He is poor, droopy, all the way up. We watered this morning, I think, or last night. It is just so insanely hot. Well, sorry guys, I tried to space it, but they are still mowing, so. But the derpy peppers and the patio picker. This one over here, which is I think it's called Sunset Banana Pepper, I think is the hybrid variety. It's loaded. The other one's doing all right. That one has some on it too. It's the same variety. The other ones are blooming. They're trying to put on some fruit. We'll see. My echinacea in the wheelbarrow, the first one got so heavy, it's just leaned over. The other stalk is propped itself up on my bushes. The kale, since I sprayed it with the BT, we have some new growth going on it. And this tower here, guys, I know I rave about it every week. I just cannot believe there's all of this, that's all peppers. And they are up way above, they're taller than me at this point. They're way above the tower. I've already picked, I think I picked 4 or 5 habaneros this week. I've got another one on there that's almost ripe all the way. The scorpion has tons of fruit set on here. Let's see if we can get, yeah, scorpion has tons of fruit set on here. And they just keep getting taller and taller. And that one over there, which is, what is that one? That's the Reaper, this one that curves out and goes up. That's my Reaper. It started blooming. So we should start having some fruit set on it as well. Snapdragons are still hanging in there. They're not blooming yet again, but they're hanging in there. That basil is incredibly massive too. The little, I'm telling you, it's been so hot, the ground cherries it killed off one of the ground cherries in Audrey's thing here. It's just, oh. The new beans, the purple potted that Daniel put out, we got some sort of bug damage there. Doesn't seem to be slowing it down though. They're doing really well. Our mystery, out here on the blueberry trellis, our mystery melon. I did pick the big one that was over here. Oops, looks like I left that one a little too long. I don't know, we might can salvage half of that one. I did have some ants that had gotten into a small section of the big one, but, I mean, a little small section. Cut it out, the kids devoured it. I'll have to come get that one. We'll go ahead and get it off the vine. I thought I saw, yeah, it looks like we might have another little melon starting back there. And I haven't checked the other section of the vine. But the blueberry bushes themselves still look really well. My bucket's up front here. Basil still going. Same old, same old. The ginger finally, though. We do have some basil seedlings that came up in here. And my ginger, I have 3 or 4. Well, that one, I have 2 sprouts on that one coming up. 1 on that one. And 1 down here in the front. I'm still waiting on that. Oh, the 4th one just popped through today. Yay! So those are all up. Just the stuff up on the front porch. Those pineapple, still doing excellent. Moved them out for some more sun. That little bitty pomegranate has 2 little leaves. The roses are still holding on, so I'm assuming they've rooted. It's been a month and a half, 2 months. So they should be good and rooted. But see, it's been so hot, even though I'm watering twice or 3 times a day, I did lose some of the ajuga here. So, but that is it for tonight, folks. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. God bless, and we'll see you next time.